Do you ever feel like everyone else is moving forward and you're just stuck? They're getting married, getting promoted, buying houses, posting photos from Bali, and you're still figuring things out. And no matter how much you tell yourself, don't compare, you still do. Why do you compare? See, comparison is not random. It's not a flaw in your personality either. It has roots, deep psychological and emotional roots. And unless you understand where your comparison is coming from, you'll keep feeling like you're behind in life. So in this video, we are going to break it down, the 4 core roots of comparison and how to heal each one. Hi, I'm Gayatri Arvind, founder of Abhasa Rehab and Wellness. We offer residential rehabilitation for people who are struggling with addiction, mental health disorders, eating disorders, and chronic conditions. Over the past 6 years, we have helped over thousands of people reclaim their lives through personalized care. Through this channel, we share practical wisdom to empower your mental health. Root 1. Comparison is a mirror of desire. Think about it. You don't compare with everyone, right? You compare with the ones who have something you secretly want. That friend's career, that cousin's relationship, that entrepreneur's lifestyle. Even if you don't say it loud, even if you pretend like you don't care, you compare because your brain quietly whispers, I wish I had that. That's the first root of comparison, desire. See, in this case, comparison is not the enemy. It's a mirror. It's just reflecting what your heart is secretly craving, and it shows up as a comparison. But underneath, it's just a desire trying to speak. So, what do you do in this case? First, be honest with yourself and accept your desire. Like, this is what I want. Second, don't stop at the desire. See, that comparison will turn into jealousy if you just focus on the result or the end product. That's theirs. You have to create your own result. If you find yourself comparing to others, try to understand how they got there. What did they do to get there? What sacrifices did they make? What skills did they build? Study the path, not just the destination. Learn from it, adapt it, and slowly walk your own version of that journey. Now, once you do that, comparison will lose its power. Root 2. Comparison from an unclear identity. Sometimes comparison doesn't come from desire, it comes from confusion. Like you don't know who you are, what you truly value, or what kind of life you want. So, when you see someone else living their life with clarity, you start questioning your own. Why? Because when your identity is unclear, you become a sponge. You observe other people's choices and forget to ask what you really want. This kind of comparison leaves you tired, exhausted, and frustrated. So, what's the way out? Anchor into your values. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What kind of life would make me feel proud even if no one clapped for me? What choices feel like me even if they look different from my friends? Start defining yourself for yourself. Comparison fades away when identity becomes clear. Root 3. Comparison from your survival brain. Let me give you an example of this. You are happy with your life on a normal day. Then one evening, you open Instagram and you see that your old classmate who used to score less than you is now giving a TED talk. Next thing you know, your stomach tightens, your chest feels heavy, and suddenly you're not so happy with your life anymore. What just happened here? Your brain perceived a threat to status. And this happened because of evolution. See, your brain is not just comparing for fun. It's comparing to protect you. Thousands of years ago, if someone in your tribe had more food, more strength, or more social power, your brain had to notice. Because your status decided whether you'd be safe or ignored, whether you'd be protected or left behind. That same wiring still runs your brain today. But now, your tribe isn't the forest. It's your Instagram feed, your office group, your relative's wedding, your school WhatsApp group. And your brain is still scanning for danger, still asking, am I falling behind? Will I be respected among my classmates? He became successful, but what if I'm not relevant anymore? It's not jealousy, it's a fear response, a signal from your survival brain. What you need to know is that fear is real, but it's not always relevant. You're not in a jungle. You don't need to be at the top of a tribal ladder to be safe. So, what do you do about this kind of comparison? First, notice when the comparison is coming from fear. It will always feel urgent, tight, shaky, like something is wrong with you. Then pause, breathe, and ask yourself, what do I think about my life? Not what my relatives think or what society thinks, just you. Because when you feel safe inside, you don't need to compare outside. And that's how it ends. Route 4. Comparison from unhealed emotional wounds. This one is powerful and personal. Sometimes you compare not because you want what they have, but because deep down you feel like you're not good enough. Maybe your parents only praised you when you performed well. Maybe your achievements were always compared to someone else's. Maybe your needs, your feelings, your dreams were never truly seen. And so today, when someone else is celebrated, a part of you hurts. Not because you're jealous, but because it reminds you of every time you weren't chosen, every time you were ignored. That's the wound, and comparison is just the surface symptom. This is the kind of comparison that feels heavier. It hits you randomly. A stranger's win makes you sad. A friend's engagement makes you feel small. Even when your own life is going well, there's an emptiness. You find yourself thinking, why does this bother me so much? That's how you know that the root is an emotional wound. It's not about them, it's about you. It's about a younger version of you that still wants to be heard, seen, and chosen. So, how do you deal with this kind of comparison? You sit with it, you ask it, where did I first feel this not good enough? What belief did I carry from that moment? Is that belief still true today? You may need help with this, like therapy, inner child work, writing, safe friendships, but slowly the story will change. You will realize you were never broken. You were never less. You were just hurt. And as that wound heals, your comparison also goes away. Remember, you don't need to fight comparison. Just understand it, because once you see the root, you take back the power to rise above it.